They're having a putting contest behind here. How about that? Hey, Fish,
Yeah,
we are live.
I need to putt. John Daly is in Pine Needles. This is a course that is 7,000 yards in length. Did you play this course today on the Daily Remote, John?
I was on the course. I don't know if I would call it playing golf. I think I was doing the opposite. I played flog, FLOG, and I got to tell you, it's a great course. This is going to be the venue for the 2022 U.S. Women's Open, and the greens here, it's a Donald Ross course. So the greens are like elephant burial grounds. You can barely keep the ball on the green. Sometimes you're putting, you putt off the green. Sometimes you're chipping over. It's hard to keep it on. It's hard to read. It is brutal as far as trying to have a decent round of golf as far as the score goes. But it's a ton of fun. It's beautiful here. We're here at a couples jamboree that some friends said, "Hey, come on, come play with us." So it's so my wife Terry and I played as a team, and we're not winning any of the awards. I just want to tell you that. So, but it's a great time here, and we're in November, and it's like, I mean, it's a little bit on the chilly side, but I mean, still very playable, and it's a great place to come visit. It's a great place to stay. So we are staying here at Mid Pines, which is connected to Pine Needles, and so Fish, in honor of you, I got the local drink here. It's called the Pine Cone. It's got bourbon, lemonade, and Sprite. Now, normally I wouldn't drink something with Sprite in here, but I got to tell you, this is pretty good. I think you would enjoy this. In fact, this could be a good shucks drink.
Well, if you take the Sprite out of it, you're really close to a Lynchburg lemonade, which is
Yes,
basically Jack Daniels and either sweet and sour lemonade. So adding a Sprite, a little bit of a nice touch to it. So this is a Donald Ross course design. Are you familiar with Donald Ross at all?
oh my God, yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
and Donald Ross, so he's done a lot of the Pinehurst ones. So for instance, I played Pinehurst number two a number of times. Actually, did a story, a couple segments on it for Undercover Jet Setter. I've played it in some celebrity golf events too, and it is. I mean, they're a blast to play. One of the other things they're doing here, and they've also done this here at Pine Hills, same thing they did at Pinehurst, is they've taken out a lot of what used to be the rough area, and they've used it as kind of sand waste area. It has saved them a ton of money as far as having to water everything, but they've returned the course back to the way it was in the early 1900s when Donald Ross actually designed these and built these. So you get a feel for the past, and let me tell you, it tests your golf game no matter where you are. It's going to test your golf game. This is a great vacation if you are a golfer who wants to get away for a week. Come down here. You can play 6 or 7 of the greatest courses in the world, and you won't play the same course twice. That's for sure.
I'm more concerned. This is the first daily remote that we have done without an Epicurean delight in front of you. So what's on the
I
menu
know.
food wise? You got all these courses down there. There's got to be wonderful restaurants around there, or at least the clubhouse, the country clubs that services these courses has to have a great cuisine. What are you dining
Abs-
on?
Absolutely. So the first night I had a great ribeye that was fabulous, and I hadn't had ribeye in a while, so it was fabulous. And as you know, ribeye's got so much good fat in there that you can't overcook it, and it's nice and juicy and succulent. The second night I had a Thai salmon, and man, it had a great amount of spice in it. But what they did that was really cool, because we're down in the south here, they put it on rice and collard greens, which is something I hadn't seen before, and it was really interesting. And so you got a little bit of the south with some Asian feel to it. So we had that, and then tonight I think I've got a choice of I think a tenderloin and another piece of salmon, and I may go back to the tenderloin. I think that's what I'm going to do. But the food down here is fabulous as well. You really, really enjoy it. The places to stay are great as well, but the highlight is the courses. I mean, you come and you will talk. If you bring your friends down here, you guys are going to sit around having drinks, and you're going to talk about all the things that happen. So, for instance, what happened in this couples event yesterday? They have the event. The way it's set up is that so you play with your wife, and so I tee off and then she tees off, and then I go and I hit her ball as my second shot, and she hits my tee shot as the second shot, and then the third shot is uh, whoever didn't hit the other one hits, and then you do alternating shot going in, and it's really it's a mind game, and alternating shots very very difficult, and they call it the divorce match because more men and women get pissed off at the other one because they've left them in a bad situation. So it's called hit, switch, and bitch. That's what
Yeah.
they nicknamed it, and it's a great format. And I got some interviews with some of the folks here, and they talked about it, and it's hysterical. So it's a ton of fun, and it's really worthwhile.
Hit, switch, and bitch is something that some of us in Las Vegas have experienced in the dominatrix clubs, but that's for one of our daily fish. Something's fishy. And it sounds like alternating. It sounds like you're playing with each other's balls. So you're turning this segment, which is about it.
Uh-oh. Did you go away?
I lost my camera.
You lost your camera. Okay. Well, that's good. They still have mine. I'm sitting right here.
Keep talking. I can hear you. I can see you.
Okay, I can hear you too. And actually, you look great. Oh, okay, now you're back. Okay, so.
Yeah, we have. I said dominatrix and I lost my camera. This sounds like, all kidding aside, this sounds like a wonderful vacation for people to take. Just if you want to golf, relax. I'm sure they have amenities there, such as pools and hot tubs in the hotels around there. So it's a great undercover jet setter segment for you and Susan Anzalone. But getting to us,
it is. Yes.
Today so far, nice upset. Baylor beat Oklahoma 27-14.
And that hasn't happened in a long time.
No, and they storm the field, buddy, and that knocks off undefeated. Right now, as we speak, I know you're going to get into the clubhouse and watch. They're just kicking off right now between Ohio State and Purdue. Tough match right there for Ohio State. They run the table to get in the playoffs. So we ought to talk about Tuesday night. So tell us about Tuesday night and Daily Fish Show number 30.
I know. We're number 30. We're going to have Justin Whelan. He's an Emmy Award-winning producer and actor, and he's going to be on the show. And he's put together some great productions. He's also a really good actor that a lot of people don't know about, but he does his production out of South Carolina. And on top of it, he's one of the best celebrity golfers I've ever played with. You'll really enjoy him. He has great stories. We'll talk about some of his works and about some of the other things that he has coming up as well. So he'll be a ton of fun. People will really enjoy hearing from him. But tomorrow's a big day too, Fish. I mean, you got the Patriots playing the Browns. You got maybe, and I haven't seen the news. So is Rodgers coming back? Is Aaron Rodgers coming back to play tomorrow? He is. Okay.
Rodgers about an hour. Right. Rodgers, John, an hour and a half ago cleared all protocols. He's in the facility. He's starting. So you got him against Russell Wilson. And then the Sunday night matchup, the Raiders in Kansas City with all the drama. It's if the Raiders could put a team out there and not in jail, that'd be great. But I picked them, and so I expect the Raiders to bounce back and give us a nice performance. But there's so much going on right now in the sports world, and then again, we'll try and figure out what you want to go for this, and we'll try and figure out baseball. How do you fix baseball? And then we won't talk about baseball until spring training because, we John and I have some ideas on how to make America's pastime enjoyable again. So you enjoy your golfing down there. If I were you, I would get the salmon. You just had the ribeye. You don't want to do 2 meats in a row. So get the salmon, and then you'll tell us how the food was on Daily Fish Podcast number 30.
Can you believe that, buddy?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And Justin Wayne's going to be great, and then we got some great guests coming up soon. But it looks like we bagged for December a nice little Christmas show. We bagged Richard Kind. If you watch anything, he's like, Dennis Miller had a great joke. He said, every time I go to the movies, Michael Caine's in it. Well, every time you watch a TV show, Richard Kind's in it.
Absolutely.
And he's wonderful in this season's Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO. So we're going to have him as a guest. He's been a friend of John's for years, and we got a lot to talk about with that. We're going to have a great Christmas show for you, celebrating, I think, which is one of America's pastimes, the great bartenders in America.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
we got some good stuff. And do you know any good bartenders?
oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know one to stay away from. All right, buddy. Love you. Have fun down there. Enjoy the weather. It's warm out here in the West. It's in the 90s in LA. It's in the 80s
Wow.
here. So it's got the golf. I drove by. There's a Angel Park today, which is familiar in Las Vegas. Golf course was packed at 7:30 in the
Wow.
morning. So tee times everywhere across the nation, buddy.
Absolutely.
All right, go tell
All
your
right, big
wife
boy.
to adopt Ally. We
Cheers.
all know what that means, right?
Absolutely. Love you, buddy. Thanks.
Cheers. Cheers.